Alright guys, I figured I would record the last holiday of Papa Scooperia, Valentine's Day. As some of you guys, if you know me well enough on here, or if you're like a friend of mine, like, you know, Green Ethan, I know you're watching this. Valentine's Day is my favorite holiday in the Papa Louie games. I also enjoy it in real life. I already decided to decorate my lobby and whatnot. I'm kind of limited because, you guessed it, the fucking... Oh! Ooh, okay. Alright. The freshness feature is very, 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 very frustrating to deal with. I also use my OC Manton as my server. I was gonna use either Shelby or Francine, which are two of my flip line OCs, or FCs, whatever you want to call them. But you can't change the ginger. I guess that's not something that became a feature until Scooperia to go. But yeah, this game, it still holds up pretty well. It's still fun, but man, it does feel very outdated. Plus, me and Green Ethan have talked about it many times, but it's not very forgiving if you leave cookies on the stove. And, you know, I'm not saying food shouldn't burn, you know. If you leave something on there long enough, you know, I do think you should get penalized for it, but if you leave, like, a cookie on the stove... Hold on. If you leave a cookie on the stove, like not the stove, the oven. If you leave it there for only like 2 seconds, it'll already burn. You know, that's too little time for, you know, food to overbake. I think they should be, when we get Scooperia Deluxe, they should be a little more forgiving with, you know, the cook times. Oh, come on. Are you serious, Scarlett? I swear, the freaking normal customers are sometimes more picky than the so-called closers. Yeah, see? You see that? Did you see the cookie overbaked just now? I actually got a perfect day on day 100. You know, the last day before Valentine's Day for me. I like getting perfect days on day 100. It's a fun day to get a perfect day on. But yeah, I really hope when we, like I said, when we get Scooperia Deluxe, I hope they, you know, increase the time frame between, you know, the cookies being done and the cookies overcooking. And, you know, thankfully, you know, this game and Scooperia HD are the last games to have freshness. You know, none of the to-go games ever had it, and you know, luckily the deluxe games haven't had it, you know. At least not Freezeria or Pizzeria Deluxe. I hope they don't put it in Mocheria Deluxe. Scarlet is a closer. Speaking of Scooperia Deluxe, it's coming, yep, it's coming out in 2 days. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm making this, because I just want to kill time before Tuesday. Sorry, I'm laughing at something stupid. I was watching a weird I think it's like a Go Animate or like a Go Animate video about Dora the Explorer, and then like they were like listing off all the bad things. Oh, nice. They were listing off all the bad things she did. One of them was pull the fire alarm on April Fool's Day. I mean, I know that's no laughing matter in real life, but you know, it's just kind of funny, like, you know, when you're just like watching fictional videos of it. But yeah, I'll make the second half of Valentine's Day. You know, I'll record the second half. Tomorrow, and then I'm actually gonna premiere them on, you know, the day before and the day on my birthday. But like for me, it's gonna be past midnight, so it'll technically be June 9th and June 10th for me. But for you, Green Ethan, cause you know it'll not be midnight for you yet. It's gonna be June 8th and June 9th for you. I know. I hate time zones, man. This stuff confuses the hell out of me. I know it's a controversial take, but yeah, I mean, they can be helpful in some ways too, I will admit, but oh my god. I feel like they do more harm than good, to be honest. These customers are pissing me off with how often they come in. I'll probably redecorate my lobby. Okay, well at least it's the closer. That's another thing I like about closers. When they come in, they're like, leave these workers alone. They have enough on their plate, so I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna stop everyone else from coming in. Oh, Green Ethan, you should watch some of Samir Bhavnavi's videos. They are unhinged. Wow. I'll probably end off this video once we almost get to, either when we get to rank 64 or almost rank 64. That's when we unlock my favorite customer. Ethan, you know who I'm referring to. I'm still bitter about Scarlet. That freaking cookie sundae was perfect, and she knows it. Yeah. I'm surprised how outdated this game is becoming already. Like, it still holds up, don't get me wrong. It's definitely not nearly as outdated as, you know, Burgeria, obviously. Or even Cupcakeria, you know, that's the second most outdated one. But yeah. They need to get rid of freshness. Fix the, you know, the baking station. Allow us to change the gender of our server. Or even our chef for that matter. Like, you know, I always just play as myself. But, you know, they should allow us to change the gender in case we want to, in case we change our minds about who to play as for our chef and server, because, you know, I have found myself in that situation before. I was even gonna, like I said, I was gonna plan to you know, switch out Mikhail for, you know, Francine or Shelby, but since he's a male and, you know, Francine and Shelby are both females, I just decided to use my, you know. Alright, I was gonna add some of the decorations back for my lobby, but, you know, they're actually holding up pretty well. I think I was able to maintain 100% on all of my, you know, waiting, you know, for the waiting score on all my orders. So we're just gonna leave it. Tiramisu. Yeah, I'm not gonna do all these stickers, especially not the Bubblegum Banazza sticker. You have to play a bunch of different mini-game levels just to get all the bubblegums. But we will get this sticker eventually, obviously. Sue. Well, I don't know. I want It would be cool if I could, like, get Robbie's outfit. So, we'll see. It depends on what stickers he has. Ooh, Sue's order is pretty. Hee 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 hee. Alright, don't be like Scarlet. I think it's actually very cute that Robbie favorites Valentine's Day in some of the games. I know it may not make sense, but I honestly don't care. That's why I don't want this game to be replaced, you know. When we get Scooperia Deluxe, I'm hoping we don't get Pirate Dash. I'm hoping they either just keep Big Top Carnival, or better yet, switch it out for Maple Mornings. Because Maple Mornings is another god tier holiday. And I feel like it would go hard in Scooperia. I mean, I don't mind Pirate Dash, but yeah, Maple Mornings is better. Plus, like I said, Robbie does favorite Valentine's Day sometimes, which is cute. But, you know, not if Maple Mornings is, or I mean, not Maple Mornings, Pirate Dash is available, because he'll always favorite, you know, Pirate Dash if it's available. Though, I mean, I'm surprised, especially in Cheeseria. Scarlet, you better not screw me over again. Because in Cheeseria, for Cinco de Mayo, you have guacamole as one of the ingredients, and, you know, that's his favorite food according to his flip deck. He loves guacamole and hates shrimp. But yeah, I think I may have forgotten to mention it, but score details is something else we need here. That way, if a customer decides to be picky. Okay, good. Thank you. Jesus Christ. I can at least know, like, why specifically. Taylor's order is something else. Alright, okay, wow, close one. And then I'll make lapis before making order 6. They also need to let you go back and select another dough. Apologize if you guys can hear my brother shouting in the background. He has to keep his door open because the roach is currently here. Ooh, nice. Perfect day. Alright. Ooh, I already have a coupon. Nice. Alright. Nice. Very, very pretty. That's another reason I like Valentine's Day in these games, is because the orders are gorgeous. Aw, Roy has a rose. How cute. I love roses. That's another reason why I love this holiday. It's cute seeing, you know, the customers coming in with roses and imagining who, like, they're gonna give it to, or like who they received it from. It's just such a cute holiday. Roses, gorgeous orders, gorgeous aesthetics, gorgeous decorations. It's just so sweet. Then we have Mardi Gras, which is gets rid of all that. I wouldn't mind Mardi Gras in, you know, as a March holiday, but I don't really like it in February because we only have like one holiday per month, so. Yeah, not good. Now, if we ever get to a point where we can have 2 holidays per month, you know, that would be a different story. And I think they should eventually do that. That way we don't have to worry about filler customers as much. I know some people don't really like as much filler customers. But if they add, like, you know, more than, you know, add some, you know, they don't have to, like, double the amount of holidays, but, you know, they can just add, you know, a few months have 2 holidays, but most of them still only have 1 holiday. That would be fun. At least Easter, you know. Easter and Cherry Blossom Festival have coexisted before. Because, you know, Easter has always been an April holiday. Oh my god. Ugh. Can you put items back? I'm gonna test that. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, the marshmallows are right there. I don't know if you can put them back if you've already dumped them, though, but... If you haven't dumped them, then yeah, you can put it back. Sorry, Cameo. I hate it, like, when I'm in the middle of, like, preparing, like, some food and then, you know, freaking... The cookies are done, and then you have to take them off right away, otherwise they'll burn within, like, 2 seconds. You know, hopefully, when we get Scooperia Deluxe eventually, it'll be more generous with the cook times. Ooh. Looks like we're gonna get them today, or after today, guys. And then I'll record the second half of Valentine's Day tomorrow. Alright, Quinn, I'll be right with you. Cookie dough delight. Yep, because we unlock Robbie rank 64. Alright, and we're still missing a topping. I don't remember what it was, but... I guess we unlock it with Robbie, I don't know. But I guess we'll find out. I'm not gonna play. This will be the last day, but you know, I'll see what we all unlock. Or what all we unlock. Oh my goodness. Alright. Come on, come in, come in! Robbie! Yep, he likes that cherry cheesecake. Okay, I guess we're gonna unlock with Papa Louie. Alright, I'm gonna end it off right here, guys. We will pick up where we left off tomorrow, both recording-wise and premiering-wise. See you guys later.